Welcome back, traders. This is Sandra with Trading Made Simple.
Hey, Sandra, it's Donna.
Donna, how are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful. It's a beautiful sunny day.
Good,
Yay.
good.
Yes.
Tell me how you're doing with your
So
automations.
the first week was fabulous.
Okay.
The second week, I got put in the hospital. This is the third week.
Oh,
I didn't trade last week. So this one,
maybe the trading put you in the hospital. I hope it doesn't create that much stress. This is supposed to be
no,
relieving your stress as a trader.
no, TMI. I'm not going to tell you what threw me into the hospital.
Oh no, I hope
But
you're feeling better.
I am feeling 100% better. Started trading again this week, and I've had a little trouble because I'm trying different things. It's that lessons learned. I'm not afraid to try different things, figure out should I go with percentages or just the actual value or what. Yeah, just all over the place right now this week.
That's okay
So my
because you're practicing, right? You're kind of
practice,
perfecting your skill set. How long have you been automating your trades?
1 week, and then this week would be my second week.
Okay, so you're brand spanking new to this, so that's okay. So typically speaking, we typically program a 25% stop loss right now. And we're actually creating a backtesting system. This is behind the scenes, by the way, guys, over at Trading Made Simple. We actually have a pretty decent team of coaches as well as programmers and coders. And so currently in the back room, so to speak, we are programming a backtesting system based on our weekly watch list. Now, for our VIP clients, we curated a weekly watch list by a professional team. They're highly successful, but we want to basically backtest those weekly watch lists so that we can not just wing it, but really have the supporting data to identify certain variables. So it could be like September, right? It could be sector rotation during this period. What's the best stop loss to use, etc. And so with that in mind, hopefully we'll be rolling that out within the next couple months. But in the meantime, you're documenting your trades and you're identifying the marketplace. You're looking at the chart and saying, okay, we're going sideways. I understand why my automations are not doing good. Or, hey, this was a trending week and my automations did great. So I
Yeah.
think, did you participate in last Sunday's automations? Not this last Sunday, but the previous?
No, because I was in the hospital all
Okay.
week.
I think we did well. You're in our VIP, aren't you, Donna?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. So I think we made like $500 on our automations for last week. And so I always suggest like following us, following our automations because we have a coach that does it
Mhm.
every Sunday night with our weekly watch list. So to you specifically, I would say follow what he's doing so that you can identify, is this working for you or not? And
Yeah.
then that will give you confidence then to identify what's Coach LJ saying about what our stop loss is or why is he taking this? And then you can start to learn from that. Have you been a trader for a long time, Donna?
Yeah, no is my answer, but it's been about 5, 6 years.
Oh, that's actually, so you're experienced. I would definitely call you an
Oh, yeah.
intermediate or experienced trader here with 5 years. So you already have knowledge and experience of the marketplace and volatility and stuff like that, right? And so
Yes.
really now you're just taking all of that knowledge and you're saying, hey, look, I'm going to let the system, for us in the VIP, it's like, I'm going to let this curated watch list do the work. Who out there, by the way, hasn't done hours and hours of research, scans, and what's the
Yeah.
moving stocks? Where's the consolidation at so I can get a high flying stock? We already have a team of people that are doing that for you. Trust the system, work it, and then if that's working for you. But I think you already know that Coach LJ is using about a 25% stop loss right now with our current environment. And we could probably go wider, but we really want to limit risk, right? We don't
Yeah.
want to overextend ourselves. And so that's important to note is this balance between risk and reward.
Absolutely. And getting in when the momentum is really there, because I noticed I was getting in a little early and it would just turn. And I'm like, no, got to wait for that momentum to push it.
That's right. And what's another way that you can utilize that thought process in a strategy is you can pad your automations. So instead of seeing this line as an example on a visual on this chart, instead of seeing this line and saying, hey, look, at 6:45:36, I'm going to enter a long call, you could actually pad it a little bit and say, hey, at 6:46, I'm going to enter that long call. And what that does as an automator is it says, I'm really looking, because everybody in the marketplace knows that this level is important. Hey traders, if you're finding this helpful, go ahead and tap that like and subscribe. We drop fresh trading setups and automation tips every day. And trust me, what's coming up next could level up your game. The links to learn more about us and our system is in the description below. Will price come and just touch it and do a U-turn? That's what price padding does. Is it creates a sense of confidence that not only did it break this level that everybody knows about, but it continued. And what's continuation mean? Momentum.
Momentum. Yeah,
That's all.
exactly.
That's all that
So that makes total sense. I definitely set up my trade Sunday night, and like you said, it took about an hour. And my question is, Tuesday came, today's Wednesday. Can I do the same thing Tuesday, Wednesday night for the next day?
So the answer is yes. For those of you guys out there that have autopilot right now, you're just going to change the setting on the indicator that we give you. So instead of a daily, as an example, because we're looking for weekly, because this is a weekly time period for targets. So you could lower that weekly and make it, as an example, daily. And in order to do that, you would just change the setting. Now, for anyone that's in our VIP community, you can. And what we do is we give you a daily watch list. And that daily watch list is used primarily for you to gain more practice. So I don't promote day trading. I believe that day trading, unfortunately, is not profitable as much as swing trading. And so that's why we really only promote swing trading in our VIP. However, you could use that daily watch list to give you additional simulated automation trades and use that. And you can pad those as well, right? You can pad anything, even if you didn't have a watch list. You could look at any ticker, create a zone, and then just pad it a little bit for your entry. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. I hate day trading as well, so I'm a swing trader.
Sure.
So if I put something up on Monday night, I would still let it expire for that Friday. My
Yes, you can.
question is,
Okay. You can pick the next following week. You can pick the next
that was
following week.
my next question, is when do I pick the following week
You
versus this Friday?
Oh gosh, if you were going to put on a trade like on Wednesday or Thursday as an example, and you were looking for a swing trade and you weren't
hmm
following us just the Sunday nights, you could do that for the next following week. It'll just cost you a little bit more money.
Yeah, and I'd have to hold it over the weekend.
Could you take an expiration for the next following week as an example and just close it out today? Absolutely.
Oh, true. That's right. It's just a little more expensive. Okay. But
It's
the
more
volume
expensive.
and the open
It's more
interest might be
expensive
higher
to
too.
buy. It's more anything.
Yeah.
The longer expire you go, the more value that option has. And because of
hmm
that, the intrinsic value is there, and it's going to cost you a little bit more up front. Okay.
Yes. And I've definitely noticed the open interest and volume could be higher, so I could get in and out a little
Yeah,
easier,
let me
maybe.
just show you that really quick as a visual here. As an example, if we were to take a today call on SPY, right? And we
hmm
take an at the money, you could see that it's approximately $163 here. Now, if we take the same, now SPY is an ETF, guys, by the way. Typically speaking, all tickers will expire on Fridays. They're called weeklies. ETFs and indices, you do have same day expire. They're called zero DTEs, 0 days to expiration. With that in mind, if we go to 2 days for SPY, remember it was 163 when we looked at it. Look how it rises. It's 291 and so forth and so on. So could you take something, let's take a look as an example for Tesla. If we did Tesla, it expires this Friday for $4.95. If we took it for 9 days out, which is the next following week, it's $9.40. So you can see that time value is going to make the option a little bit more expensive to get into. You don't have to necessarily hold it. You can get out of it anytime you want to. Not on the weekend,
Yeah.
but you can get out of it during market hours, right?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks.